Hey, it's Caleb here with a little review for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you look back, I have a video, I'll attach it to this video, maybe a tag right here, of my experience with my Salomon Crosshikers. I originally got them because I was in need of a new hiking / trail running shoe. I needed something that had a little more ankle support than your normal Salomon. So I went with these. This here is your Salomon Crosshike. It's basically just like whatever the name is of the Salomon shoes, but it has a high top, or a mid top at least. And I figured this was going to help with some stability. I purchased these knowing that I was going on the Pemi Loop. I was attempting the Pemi Loop in one day, and I wanted a new, good trail running, cross hiking shoe. I didn't want low cut Salomons because I need the ankle support. I have tiny legs, tiny ankles, and I need some support around my ankles, especially when running through the mountains and rocks. So everything started out fine. I love the Salomon Crosshiker. I thought it was a great shoe. It was kind of light. I put in these soft sole air supports. I put those in these because off the bat they did feel a little janky. I mean, they felt like there wasn't much there. With your foot in the bottom of this and the way this material is and how it pulls together, there wasn't much to a shoe here. It was almost like a sock pulling over, you know? This is a real thin material is what I'm saying. This is almost like pulling a sock over your foot with a really good tread on it. So the first thing that went wrong was the top, the ankle. If you'll see, the highest ringlet or eyelet for your lace to pull from is still roughly an inch from the top of this shoe. So anything above this has no support and nothing to pull it tight. Even when you pull it as tight as you can, it holds around here fine and around the top of your foot fine, but you have a lot of material up here that remains loose. And here in New England, there's a lot of stuff on the ground that gets down and packed in between your ankle and your shoe. Not to mention, it doesn't really give that support. It pulls from the top. This is almost pulling from the same spot as where the low tops pull from. It's maybe an inch higher. So my first problem with these shoes is the fact that the top here doesn't do the support that it should. If there was one more ringlet, maybe here, I don't know, but then again, I don't know how that would feel on your ankle, because another thing that I didn't like about it was when pulled tight, this is very uncomfortable. There's not enough padding inside this shoe. This shoe is made out of, I'm not sure what it's made out of, some sort of Gore-Tex material, but it's very malleable and very thin, and these, after a few miles, these start to cut into the top of your foot, I believe. If you want to keep it as tight as you can, this drawstring system kind of cuts into the top of your foot. Now, I took it on the Pemi Loop. We did one day, 31 miles. After a lot of wear and tear, after a lot of working, this draw cord loosens up on its own. So you constantly have to keep pulling out your shoelace out of the top of this and retightening the top of your shoes. Again, after 31 miles, you'll see lots of separation on both sides where it creases, where the crease folds into it. This material is separating. That leaves room for a lot of water to get down. That's another big problem. And this happened relatively soon, like almost the first time I took them out. Some of this started to peel, which really made me upset. Another thing, the Conti grip, the sole, it's really good on dry rock, sort of, but if there's any sort of wet rock, forget about it. This Conti grip becomes Conti slip. And I said many times in a couple videos, in fact, if you look down to my 1,000 subscriber special, me and Chris did Mount Washington in less than 6 hours. I wore these. They did great, other than the fact that every time I'd step on a slick rock, on a wet rock, it would slide. I have many shoes, many other shoes that don't slide that bad on this granite. And in New Hampshire and in New England, where there's a lot of hiking around here and a lot of wet rock that we have to hike on, it's the granite state. So having this Conti grip just be like ice skates on wet rock is not that desirable. Again, I thought I liked them at first. They're really light, they look kind of cool, they form to your foot nice so that you really feel the earth underneath you, which is good. But the drawstring cutting into your foot, not giving the support in the ankle, and the separation, I don't know if anybody else has done this, but the separation here just can't be overlooked. So I went with another shoe, which I will show you in my next review and showcase. Again, these, I love Salomon. I don't love this Crosshiker, and I pointed out some things that maybe you could work on, because I'd be down to buy these again if I was told that these were fixed, these issues were fixed. So I love the Salomon brand. I don't love the Crosshiker, but make no mistake about it, these shoes got me 31 miles in 17 hours. And we tried twice. And the first time we tried, actually I didn't have these the first time we tried. The second time we tried, we accomplished it. 31 miles, 11 peaks, 18,000 feet of elevation gain. And these went every step of the way. But I'll tell you what, my feet hurt like a son, but bad. My feet hurt bad. And I don't know, I don't love the Conti grip. So Salomon, think about that. Get rid of this. Don't get rid of the draw cord, because I kind of like it. Just fix this to not slip, and get some padding in the top underneath where this pulls. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Maybe another eyelet a little further back. You're gonna have to design something. I don't know. Back to the drawing board with these. It was a good shot, but I'm gonna give this a C. So that's it. Salomon Crosshike. Not really worth it in my book. $170 I paid for these, and now I'm wearing them as gym shoes. So my name's Caleb Anderson. I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe.